Central Park West is one of the city's showplaces. But around the corner, just a few feet away, what the city fathers call a depressed area, a girl I knew lived here, a girl I had arrested. She was out on probation today. Officially, I had no jurisdiction. I was off duty. But I wanted to stop by and say, welcome home. Mrs. Kramer. Elsa, I just came by to welcome you. What happened?
I'm getting out of here.
Elsa,
okay, he's dead. I killed him. And now you know.
Elsa!
Stop it, Elsa.
It was an accident.
Would have killed Mom.
I told you it was an accident.
Came home drunk. And he started pushing you around, and then he started calling Elsa all sorts of names. And he slapped Elsa in the face, and Elsa grabbed the gun from the table. Right?
Yes, that's right.
A minute ago, you said the gun was right in his holster.
I said it was an accident. She was only trying to frighten him, to stop him from beating me. I don't remember where the gun was. Made him feel important, that gun. He was a night watchman when he was sober enough to hold down a job. But he had a gun, and it made him feel important. Now he's dead. His important gun killed him.
We're not going to get a straight story out of him now. But I know this family and the man that was killed. He made a habit of beating them up.
Okay. Let's buy their story. Kramer came home drunk. He started pushing his wife around, then he took off after Elsa. She grabbed a gun in self-defense. Her father kept coming on. She fired. Pure case of panic reaction. An accident.
It might have happened that way.
Then tell me why she pumped 2 more bullets in his back after he fell down dead. You sent out a standard all-points bulletin on that girl? You know there's still a couple of shells in that gun.
Lieutenant, I don't think she'll use that gun again.
On an APP on Elsa Kramer. Have it amended to read, proceed with caution.
Give me some time. Maybe I can find her. I don't think she's going to shoot anyone.
I'm sorry, Casey, but there were 3 of you in that room, and not one of you sure enough she wouldn't shoot to stop her from walking out of the room with a gun in her hand. Subject is armed. May be dangerous.
I couldn't argue with the lieutenant. It had to be done his way. Whether or not I thought she was dangerous, the fact was she had put 4 bullets into her father and run away. The all-points pickup had to say subject is armed and may be dangerous. It didn't have to say use gun if necessary. That was understood. I thought I knew the girl. I thought I'd helped her. I thought she wouldn't use a gun. And yet, I'd been afraid that she might. I had to find her.
You know that lady cop? She's looking all over the neighborhood for you. She must have covered at least 30, 40 times today.
Oh, well, did you tell her I was busy knocking off a bank?
Bank?
Oh, here she is.
You mind if I sit down, She?
Oh, well, that would be just charming. Well, how's the lady cop business?
I thought I'd find you at the clubhouse.
What clubhouse is that?
In the cellar.
Well, we have so many. Hey, Joe, how many clubhouses we got? 7, 8?
Something like that.
Sure, we got a real beauty in the penthouse in Waldorf Astoria. Private swimming pool. Hey, Joey, take a note. Make a list of all our clubhouses so in case the cops want to get in touch with me, they'll know where to go. All right. Anything else, sweetheart?
Mm-hmm. Where's Elsa? You can help her, Sheik.
Sure. When she's sitting on the hot seat and they turn the juice on, she's gonna say, "Thanks, Sheik. You were a real pal."
You're enough of a back alley lawyer to know that she's a juvenile offender no matter what she's done.
Hey, gang, next time we go bopping, we gotta remember to let the juveniles do all the dirty work.
If she turns herself in, she may only have to go to the reformatory because she's 21, and by that time, maybe we can help her.
Gee, that's nice.
The way it is, every cop in the city is under orders to take her. By force, if necessary.
Well, maybe little Elsa will get to plug a cop. That would be terrible.
She's a friend of yours. She's a member of this gang, and yet not one of you will lift a finger to help her.
Now, maybe if we could go somewhere private and sit back and relax and take our shoes off, I might be able to tell you where you might find her. I'll take care of her later. Now, you guys stay put. This whole neighborhood's lousy with cops. Now, just stay put, all right? It's me, Sheik. Shh.
It was one of them crummy coppers.
Well, that dame copper, that buddy of yours, has been snooping around. Well, I didn't tell her anything. I brought you a change of clothes.
Thanks.
And some grub. Sure, what the heck? I mean, chick's in trouble. That's the same as one of my guys jammed up. That coffee's probably ice cold.
No, it's swell, thank you.
I'm gonna help you beat this rap. You just leave everything to me, okay? You're not scared, are you?
Are you kidding?
Well, why don't you get into these duds? I mean, the cops have your description, and, this'll fool them for a while anyway. Well, go on, get them on.
Okay, I will.
What's the matter?
Nothing, I'm cold, you know what I mean? You know, maybe if I covered myself up. I can't seem to stop shipping, can I?
Well, now, don't be like that, honey.
Hey, please, huh? You know?
Baby. Hey, I did you a big favor now.
Hey, please,
Hey,
don't
look,
please.
I could have gotten in trouble for this. Look, you killed a man, your own father. Come on, I'm going to help you now.
Please!
Lousy little, I could have got you arrested for this. I could have turned you in.
I'm sorry if I hurt you.
One lousy kiss and you treat me like that, you lousy mouth.
I said I'm sorry if I hurt you! I just don't like to be mauled. Will you turn around? Please. Please!
My head, I'm dizzy. I think I'm gonna pass out. I'm really dizzy. Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Oh, my God!
Get somebody.
How is he?
He'll live.
How do you feel?
Probably got a good scar.
Doctor says not even a bad powder burn. The bullet never even touched you.
No kidding. So I'm supposed to be lucky.
You told me before that you came down here to ask Elsa to give herself up.
That's right.
You changed your mind since I talked to you this afternoon.
Well, I got to thinking about the stuff you said, about the cops and about Elsa giving herself up. After I thought about it, it seemed like a pretty good idea.
I see. So you came down here to ask Elsa to turn herself in.
Uh-huh. That's it.
And she rewarded your confidence by trying to kill you.
She split that chick. I mean, on the loose like that, she's a menace to the whole community. I've been thinking, Lieutenant, me and my gang, we could help you guys a lot. I mean, well, we know a lot about things, and she's around here someplace, and we could find her.
You'd like to help us bring her in?
That's right. Only she's armed, and, well, we'd have to,
Why do you want to kill her, Sheik?
Hey, you've got me wrong.
This is the blouse she was wearing. How do you figure it got ripped?
See what happens when you try to help people?
Is that how you tried to help Elsa, by ripping a blouse off her back?
What are you sore, miss, 'cause she missed killing me? Can I go now?
Sheik, just one more thing. Don't you and your gang decide to go looking for her. We're not asking for volunteers.
Sure.
Pass it on, punk. You stay off the streets till we find her. You stay off or we'll take you off. Is that clear?
Sure.
May I come in?
What's happened to Elsa?
Nothing. We haven't found her yet, Ray.
Ma's been walking around, looking. She came in about a half hour ago, and she can just about stand on her feet. You probably think what kind of a monster I am. There's nothing else I really can do. That gang she belonged to. I tried to talk to some of them. I thought that they might be able to tell me where Elsa had been hiding. But I couldn't even ask them. It was as if they belonged to another planet.
Yet you lived in this neighborhood all your life.
I lived in these books. I lived in school. I lived in a dozen odd jobs after school. Not this neighborhood. Not this ugly flat could touch me. I was going to study medicine.
Well, maybe that's what saved you. You wanted out, you found a way. You worked hard at it. Well, maybe we caught her too late. Maybe the damage was already done.
It would have been all right. If only she hadn't run away. See, if only I could have stopped her. Everything would have been fine.
Well, you're forgetting something she did. Something more than just running, Ray.
That was the mistake. Running. That was the mistake. She said herself the worst that could happen was a few more years at the training school.
How did it happen, Ray? Her first day home. What had he done that he'd never done before? She was used to his beating, his arguments, his drinking. She always could cope with it before.
You don't cope with it. You bear with it. Or you run to your room and stuff cotton in your ears. You lose yourself in your books. Or you run to the library until it was over. Until he passed out.
What is it, Miss Jones? What's happened?
They still haven't found him, Mama.
You'll burn your eyes out of your head. Go to sleep.
In a little while, Mama.
He has an exam in physics tomorrow morning. I'll fix you something to eat.
Not now.
A piece of cake. It was for Elsa. I lit one little candle. Welcome home. We never even had a chance.
Blow it out. Then everything must have happened just a few minutes after Elsa arrived.
He couldn't stand the idea that we were going to have a few minutes of pleasure. He gave us nothing. And it killed him to think that we had learned not to care, that we had learned to live without him.
Well, then you were already fighting when Elsa came in.
It happened. It's all over now. What good are questions? Find Elsa. Find her and take her back to that training school. It would be best for everyone. Don't you see that? Ray, maybe you could ask for postponement.
I'm all right, Mama.
The only thing that's happened, what kind of a showing can he make on that exam?
Why don't you go back to bed?
No, I gotta keep looking.
Mrs. Kramer, we've got half the police department looking for her. We'll find him.
Dead or alive, huh? No, thank you. I'll find him myself.
She left the Kramer apartment a couple minutes ago. I beat her back here so I could have an alibi.
How many you line up?
3 for 1. And a dame at that, it ought to be enough.
I just wish I could be there to see it. Hey, are you okay? I mean, you look kind of green to me.
It's better than yellow, Sheik.
I hope you're not referring to me.
What do you call somebody who uses children to do his dirty work for him?
Well, I'd call him a smart operator.
Well, you ought to take a look at your smart operator here. If he'd let children settle his private grudge, what do you think he'd do to you?
Now, she's just trying to get me to admit I had her beat up. Now, what'd she take me for, a stupid jerk? Was her right, Bucket?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Hey, going home.
Yes, this is Casey Jones. I have Elsa here in my apartment. I'd like you and your mother to come over here if you would. All right.
You all right?
Yes, she's just exhausted.
It's very kind of you to let us stay here like this. Did you want us to go down to headquarters with her?
No. Actually, I want to talk to you. I think there are a few questions that maybe you can answer for me.
But what difference can it make now? She's here, she's safe. And tomorrow she'll be back at that training school.
And that'll be that.
Mama?
It's going to be all right.
Hi, Ray.
Elsa?
Elsa goes back to training school as a juvenile offender, and Ray goes to medical school. And that'll be that.
What are you trying to say?
You're the only three people who know exactly what happened in that kitchen this morning. I think you better let us in on it, too.
We've told our story.
Cake was on the table. The three of you were having an argument. Elsa walked in. Before she had a chance to take off her jacket, before you even had a chance to cut the cake, you want us to believe that Elsa picked up this gun and shot her father 4 times.
You have no right asking these questions.
Ray, come here. You show me how it happened. Now, Elsa just walked in. She couldn't have been there more than 5 minutes.
We were fighting when Elsa arrived. I thought this time for certain he was going to kill you.
So you were fighting?
I tried to stop him.
Ray!
How did you try and stop him?
Don't listen to her.
Aren't you the one who always tried to stop him by burying your head in books?
I did it. I killed him.
Ray, aren't you the kind who always tried to stop him by running away?
You can't live with such hatred and evil. He hated us. Every time we smiled, every little triumph was a knife at his back. The idea that someday that we'd run away from him, that someday I'd be a doctor. He couldn't abide it. He stood against me all my life. And now he was lying on the floor. Was he dead? Had I killed him? I had to be sure. I had to shoot him again and again.
Don't listen to her. No matter what she says, she can't prove anything. If we stick to our story, she can't prove anything.
Nobody can blame you. Nobody can blame you.
He's finished with his hatred, Mrs. Kramer. Give him time to finish with his grief.
Thank you for what you said to the judge about Ray. I know what you're thinking. But it was just that Ray was going to be a surgeon. It would have been the finish for him. But Elsa, well, she said herself that school wasn't so bad. It would only mean a few more years there. But for him, it would have been over. It is over, isn't it?
No, Mrs. Kramer. This way, there's still a chance.
It couldn't have worked out anyway, could it? When you have so much hatred in you, it has to come out one way or another. He never could have lived with this.
The desperate hope that Ray might escape punishment was over. Society's punishment would be light for a boy pressed beyond his limits. Time and those who love him would help heal those wounds. And I hope it'll be...